When the doors to Vin Diesel's private garage slid open, even the crew who thought they'd seen it all froze in disbelief. This wasn't just a collection of cars, it was a hidden world, a vault of secrets the action star has guarded for years. What waited inside rewrites everything fans thought they knew about him. And once you hear what was uncovered, you'll never look at Vin Diesel the same way again. An emotional reunion with Paul Walker's legendary orange Toyota Supra. Not just a car, a tribute. When Vin Diesel reunited with the iconic orange 2001 Toyota Supra from the Fast and the Furious, it wasn't just a fleeting fan moment. It was a deeply emotional tribute to a lost friend. The bright orange Supra, immortalized on the big screen as the car driven by Brian O'Connor, Paul Walker's character, has long stood as a symbol of the heart and soul of the original Fast and Furious films for fans. It's more than metal and paint. It represents camaraderie, adventure, and the brotherhood that fueled one of the most beloved action franchises in modern cinema. When Diesel appeared beside the car, cameras and social media quickly captured the intensity of the moment. The actor, known for his stoic, larger-than-life presence, allowed himself a rare glimpse of vulnerability. In interviews, he admitted, "This car holds a special place in my heart." His words weren't merely about nostalgia for the films or the adrenaline of street racing. They were about Paul Walker, his friend, and the bond forged in front of the cameras and behind the scenes. Diesel used the reunion to publicly honor Walker, who tragically passed away in 2013, making the moment resonate far beyond the film industry. The 2001 Supra itself has become more than a vehicle. It's a tangible emblem of their friendship and the franchise's history. From the moment it first screeched across the streets of Los Angeles in the 2001 film, the car embodied Brian's skill, courage, and unyielding loyalty. Traits fans immediately associated with Walker himself. Its vivid orange color, sleek lines, and unmistakable performance became etched in the collective memory of the audience for Diesel. Seeing that car again evoked years of memories, from long nights on set perfecting stunts to quiet moments sharing laughter, camaraderie, and brotherhood with Walker. Fans who witnessed the reunion felt the weight of this history. Social media erupted with reactions, with many noting that it was a rare public glimpse into Diesel's personal grief and affection for his friend. Memes, video clips, and heartfelt tributes circulated, highlighting not just the car, but the enduring impact of Paul Walker on both his co-stars and the millions of fans who grew up with the Fast and Furious franchise. In a sense, the Supra had become a vessel for collective memory, a way to honor Walker's legacy and the joy he brought to audiences worldwide. He was gifted a one-of-a-kind 1970 Tantrum Dodge Charger, a 1,650 horsepower Restamod. On the set of F9, Vin Diesel was handed a gift that seemed pulled straight from the pages of a high-octane comic book, a one-of-a-kind 1970 Dodge Charger nicknamed Tantrum. But this wasn't just any classic muscle car. Built by Speedcore, the Charger was a fully realized Restamod, blending retro aesthetics with cutting-edge engineering and boasting a jaw-dropping approximately 1,650 horsepower thanks to a twin-turbo Mercury Marine 9.0-liter engine setup. The sheer audacity of the gift matched Diesel's larger-than-life persona, and it was instantly hailed as a car designed for the real-life Dom Toretto, the street racing patriarch he has embodied for over 2 decades. The moment was captured in countless behind-the-scenes reports and automotive media coverage, with outlets marveling not only at the technical specifications, but also at the spectacle of the surprise itself. On set, the cast orchestrated a reveal that was pure cinematic flair. An extraordinary vehicle rolling into Diesel's presence, its gleaming lines, aggressive stance, and throaty growl making it impossible to ignore. Friends, co-stars, and crew watched as Diesel's reaction shifted from shock to delight, a mixture of laughter, awe, and unmistakable pride crossing his face. This wasn't just a car. It was a tangible manifestation of the franchise's ethos: power, speed, loyalty, and an unapologetic love for muscle cars. Tantrum immediately captured the imagination of fans. From its twin-turbo 9.0-liter engine to its hand-fabricated bodywork, every detail screamed exclusivity. The car's nickname itself hinted at its personality: wild, untamed, and ready to assert dominance on the asphalt. Diesel, who has always been intimately associated with the Charger franchise within the films, reportedly felt that this gift transcended a traditional birthday or set present. It was as if the cast had handed him a symbol of his on-screen and off-screen identity, a nod to his years of dedication to the character of Dom Toretto and the franchise that has made him an international icon. Automotive enthusiasts and fans alike dissected the car's specifications, often with wide-eyed amazement. The SpeedCore build combined modern performance engineering with classic muscle car charm, creating a machine that could realistically outrun almost anything on the street while retaining the aesthetic of a 1970 American muscle legend. The Mercury Marine 9.0-liter engine, originally designed for high-performance marine applications, was a testament to ingenuity, capable of delivering power that is nearly unimaginable in a street car, yet perfectly in line with the theatrical bravado of the Fast and Furious universe. Diesel, standing beside the car, reportedly ran his hands along the hood and roof, a subtle gesture that seemed to acknowledge the union of fantasy and reality. His garage reportedly houses Exotica like a Lykan Hypersport, one of only a handful ever built. Vin Diesel's garage isn't just a storage space. It's a shrine to speed, power, and automotive artistry, a real-life reflection of the Fast and Furious ethos. Among the jewels in his collection sits a car that seems to exist as much in legend as in steel and carbon fiber: the Lykan Hypersport. For those unfamiliar, the Lykan Hypersport is not simply exotic. It is an almost mythical supercar, designed and engineered by W Motors, a Lebanese-based manufacturer, and famously featured in Furious 7 in one of the franchise's most jaw-dropping set pieces. Its rarity alone is staggering. Production numbers were limited to a single-digit run, making each unit not only extraordinarily valuable, but also incredibly exclusive. Owning one places Diesel in the rarefied company of the world's most elite collectors. The Hypersport is a car built to dazzle, and it does so in every conceivable way. Its diamond-encrusted headlights and futuristic design make it look more like a concept car from a sci-fi blockbuster than a street-legal vehicle, while its 740 horsepower, twin-turbo flat-six engine ensures that it is far more than a showpiece. It is a beast on the road, capable of extreme acceleration and performance that mirrors the high-octane thrills Diesel's films are famous for. In the world of exotic cars, the Lykan Hypersport is a statement, a fusion of engineering audacity and aesthetic flamboyance. And Diesel's ownership signals more than wealth or taste. It signals a man who lives, off-screen, in the same high-octane universe that has thrilled millions in cinemas around the globe. Profiles of Diesel's collection repeatedly point to this car as the crown jewel. While other vehicles in his garage include classic muscle cars, modern supercars, and custom restomods, the Hypersport stands apart. It is, in many ways, the embodiment of Fast and Furious philosophy: outrageous, rare, and unapologetically spectacular. Its inclusion in Furious 7 wasn't just a cinematic flourish, it was a foreshadowing of Diesel's own automotive tastes. His penchant for cars that combine rarity with jaw-dropping performance. Fans who follow both his films and car collection see in this vehicle a direct line between Diesel's on-screen persona, Dom Toretto, the fearless car-obsessed patriarch, and his real-life obsession with vehicles that thrill, dazzle, and dominate. The Lykan Hypersport also carries a narrative of exclusivity and audacity. Each car was reportedly priced at around $3.4 million, with bespoke interior options, futuristic LED lighting, and cutting-edge materials throughout. It is not a car that can be casually acquired or driven unnoticed. In Diesel's garage, it sits alongside other high-end exotica, a symbol of his appreciation for both mechanical perfection and cinematic spectacle. The car's very presence blurs the line between Diesel the actor and Diesel the collector, as if his real-life garage has become an extension of the fantasy worlds he inhabits on screen. Many of the movie cars in his garage are the real on-set vehicles, or lovingly preserved replicas, and some famous ones were actually kit cars. Vin Diesel's garage is more than a private collection. It is a tangible archive of cinematic history. Among the gleaming vehicles housed, there are many that fans will instantly recognize from the Fast and Furious films, but a closer look reveals the fascinating mix behind these famous cars. Reports and features about Diesel's collection explain that several of the franchise's most iconic vehicles, especially the Chargers, the Toyota Supras, and other standout muscle and exotic cars, either lived on set or were meticulously preserved replicas. Some were purpose-built kit cars designed for safety, performance, and cinematic spectacle, while others were actual feature cars used in close-ups and driving sequences. In essence, Diesel's garage is a curated cross-section of Hollywood filmmaking and automotive enthusiasm. The world of movie cars is deceptively complex. On set, production teams rarely rely on a single car to represent a character's vehicle. Instead, they employ a combination of stunt cars, hero cars, replicas, and kit builds, each crafted with a specific purpose in mind. Stunt cars are reinforced for jumps, crashes, and extreme maneuvers, while hero cars, like the Chargers and muscle cars Diesel often drives on screen, are maintained for close-ups, dramatic angles, and storytelling authenticity. Replicas or kits, meanwhile, allow for multiple versions of the same vehicle to exist simultaneously, ensuring continuity during filming while also protecting rare or irreplaceable originals. Diesel, with his well-documented love of cars and dedication to the franchise, has amassed both the actual on-set vehicles and these lovingly constructed reproductions, preserving the legacy of Fast and Furious in a real-world showroom. Coverage of Diesel's garage often emphasizes the Chargers, particularly the 1970 models that became emblematic of Dom Toretto. Some of these cars are genuine on-set pieces that survived the rigors of filming, occasionally patched or restored after stunts. Others are high-quality replicas or kit cars built to match the originals exactly, allowing Diesel to own multiple versions of the same cinematic legend. The distinction matters to collectors and enthusiasts. While museums and private collectors sometimes acquire actual movie cars, stunt or production vehicles are often reproduced or adapted for long-term ownership. In Diesel's case, the collection blends authenticity and practicality, creating a space where fans of the films can glimpse the tangible icons of the franchise while understanding that some of the cars are uniquely suited for cinematic storytelling rather than street use. What makes Diesel's collection remarkable is not only the sheer variety of vehicles but the care and attention to their provenance. Automotive journalists and fan media have noted that the garage reflects both Diesel's personal passion and his role as custodian of Fast and Furious history. Owning the real on-set Charger or Supra carries cultural significance. It's a piece of cinematic mythology, a bridge between fantasy and reality. At the same time, the inclusion of kit cars and replicas highlights the pragmatic side of filmmaking. The need to protect valuable originals, safely execute stunts, and allow multiple cars to appear simultaneously on screen. This duality, between authentic movie artifacts and functional reproductions, underscores Diesel's deep respect for the vehicles themselves and for the stories they helped tell the man behind the machine. Vin Diesel isn't who you think he is. Sure, you've seen him behind the wheel, tearing through city streets, scaling skyscrapers, or launching muscle cars off cliffs. You know, the growl, the biceps, the word family echoing through the Fast and Furious franchise like a battle cry. But beneath all the cinematic chaos is a man whose connection to engines runs far deeper than mere performance or spectacle. Vin Diesel has always approached cars with an intimacy that mirrors his approach to life. He doesn't just drive them, he inhabits them, understands them, and preserves them like living artifacts. Before Dom Toretto, there was Mark Sinclair. Born in Alameda County, California, and raised in New York City, Diesel grew up in a working-class household surrounded by artists, dreamers, and outsiders. He wasn't born into privilege or exotic cars. His early life was defined by creative exploration and resilience. Diesel's first jobs were far from Hollywood glamour. He worked as a nightclub bouncer, navigating the chaos of late-night streets while learning how to read people and situations. His early fascination with storytelling and performance eventually led him to film, but even then success wasn't handed to him. Diesel financed his first short film independently, raising funds and shooting on a shoestring budget, learning the mechanics of filmmaking the same way he would later learn the mechanics of a car, painstakingly, deliberately, and with total commitment. When The Fast and the Furious propelled him into global stardom, Diesel didn't simply step into the role of Dominic Toretto, he reshaped it. He infused Dom with authenticity, making the character an extension of himself, or perhaps allowing Dom to reshape him. Unlike many actors who are content to sit in whatever vehicle the production chooses, Diesel immersed himself in the selection and care of the cars, treating each vehicle as a collaborator. The 1970 Dodge Charger, for example, wasn't selected for its flashy appeal alone. It was chosen for its soul, for its capacity to tell a story in chrome, steel, and rumbling exhaust. This approach reflects Diesel's philosophy. Cars are not possessions. They are companions, milestones, and extensions of identity. His real-life garage is less a cold display of wealth than a tactile map of his life and career. Walking through it is like flipping through a diary written in metal and rubber. Each car carries fingerprints, grease, and meaning. The Charger, the Chevelle, the Supra, they're not trophies, they're markers of journeys. The Charger representing his early immersion into muscle car culture and his bond with Fast and Furious. The Chevelle reflecting classic Americana and automotive artistry. The Supra emblematic of adrenaline-fueled escapism and cinematic legacy. Each vehicle embodies a chapter of Diesel's life, much as each film marks a chapter of his career. What do you think about Vin Diesel? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.